My mind. Sorry, I got to get typing tight. Let me see here. I don't know. Tell me, is the music too loud in the background? One of those days. I actually moved my microphone over to the other side of the desk, and I'm not sure if I like it. Anyway, yeah, let me know if the music is overpowering, or if I should just shut it down altogether. So, we are looking at the moon, obviously. A lot of humidity tonight, starting to get wavy. It is dropping in the atmosphere as well, so it gets a little more wavy as it dives down, and we're looking at it through more and more atmosphere. Welcome to everybody in the chat. There's a bunch of you too. We're trying to answer questions, and I just didn't feel like typing anymore. So I got two computers running. I got one feed from Paul, and then I got another one running the OBS feed out, and then I got the laptop running the Stellarium for cross-referencing satellite data and Skype with Paul. And then just 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6 screens going. Yeah, I guess it's all depending on which what kind of computer you're listening on to, about the volume of the mic compared to the music. I can drop the music out for a little bit though, no biggie. Just so you know, when it comes back on, it's going to be loud. So I believe he's going to be going to wide field here shortly. Just because with the big scope, it's just going to get too distorted as it sets. And he might jump back over to Jupiter, possibly Saturn, if it comes up. I don't even know if Saturn is even up yet. I don't think it is. We'll check it out. Yeah, and the guy I was talking about that I want to get on as a guest, the guy's name is Theory Galt. He is from France. He does speak pretty good English. The reason why I want to get him on there is this guy is known for tracking satellites that are known and also satellites that are unknown. And I was looking at some of his work, and lo and behold, he was tracking a satellite, and because of the conditions, he was tracking a stationary satellite, and they looked exactly, his imaging looked exactly like somebody else we know in this field. So that's why I want to get him on. I want to, find out how he does. I mean, he has a custom tracking scope. He totally built the tracking mount for it and everything, and it's a 14-inch Celestron, so it's absolutely huge. And once again, we did also find somebody for the Southern Hemisphere that we will be adding to the network of myself, Mark D'Antonio, and Bill, New York Skywatcher. So Bill was on KGRA tonight, or running KGRA, I say. I'm not sure if Mark's going to stream. I haven't heard from him. I know I believe he streamed last night. And knowing Mark, it probably went for 3 or 4 hours. So that's one I got to watch yet. I didn't get a chance to watch it and catch up on it. But Amanda is asking Paul's. Is Paul in the chat? Did he actually make his way over? Sometimes he does. Maybe she's asking him. I'm not sure. Wow, chat is really moving now. Some of the questions from earlier. Obviously, we've covered a lot of these before. Can you see the lunar landing sites? No, you can't see that with any Earth-based telescope. It's too hard to resolve the image. I believe when we did the math and whatnot, it comes up that the entire Apollo 11 landing site that they explored and everything ended up being like 1/10 or 1/8 of 1 pixel through a 10-inch telescope. So now, could the bigger ones do it? They might be able to, but they still wouldn't resolve the image down to the resolution they needed to actually make a picture out of it. So, I mean, they could probably concentrate 6 or 7 of the large telescopes at the moon if they wanted to and give you verification, but NASA's not going to waste their time doing that, especially when telescope time is so needed to do other things. So okay, so Paul's not in chat. So Danny, I totally missed your question. Let me go back here. I know it was something about Mercury. Okay, is there any possible that Paul would ever be up near sunrise or sunset to catch a view of Mercury? Yeah, we've done Mercury before. It's just not sunrise or sunset. I mean, we can get it, the same as what, Jupiter and Saturn. Sometimes it comes up in the night sky. Pretty soon, I believe we're going to be doing Venus as the morning star. So it'd be like early morning streams. So that'd be something different. A lot of you will be sleeping for that, but you can always watch the replays and stuff. It'll kind of be like what we did up in New York with the early stream that we did at Bill's. So, let's see. Wow, I'm way behind in the chat. Okay, let me run all the way back down here to where we're at. Once again, with the whole banning issue, D, I'm leaving it in your hands. I'm not really sure what happened because, as you know, I really don't pay attention to the chat as much as I possibly should because I'm concentrating on imaging the stuff coming from Paul. But once again, you're a moderator for a reason. So I trust your judgment on it. If you believe it should be upheld, uphold it. Let's see. Hello to Sherry, and hello to Sean, and hello to Chris and Derek. Derek is another one I want to get on here very soon, and I want to get Daryl on as well, if you don't mind, Daryl. I'm not sure if you're in all Skype and everything, Daryl, but if you are, send me a message to the channel email with your Skype info, and we'll see if we can't get you on some night. Because I want to kind of do one night where we actually kind of run through a bunch of people I've just been wanting to talk to. We did have Rockstar on the one night. Of course, we've had Amanda on numerous times, Heidi on. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be going to wide field very soon. But as you know, how we always do the moon cycle, our streams are going to get longer and longer as the day and then the next week come around, you know, to the point. I am trying to nail down the forecast for this weekend early, because if I can get almost guaranteed it's going to be somewhat clear, I am going to email Amy very early, so it gives her plenty of notice. And I'm talking about Amy Title of Vintage Space, and she's done a couple documentaries as well. She was on a couple with Mark D'Antonio a while back as well. So we want to get her on. She is a plethora of knowledge of all things Apollo. Just amazing capacity for what she knows about all them things. And she is also a moon hoax debunker as well, which means that basically you can bring her all the moon hoax stuff you want, and she will debunk it and give you reasons why she's debunking it and show you why they actually did go to the moon, which is another thing that Mark is good at as well. So I'd love to get Amy on, chat with her a little bit, and then I want to get Mark on with her as well. I think it'll be an interesting conversation to have them two on at the same time. Plando, doesn't work like that, bud. Yeah, moderator. As you know, I mean, I have some people that have been watching since the very beginning that aren't moderators. You know, it just basically, it's just how I decide moderators is basically just kind of flipping over, looking at the chat, seeing what people are saying, you know, and kind of doing the dum-dum test, if you know what I mean. If they start talking about Nibiru or flat Earth or anything like that, or automatically, not saying that people that aren't moderators aren't, but you know, it's a long, like, I'm not just gonna moderate somebody just because somebody wants me to. You know, the moderators that we have are long time channel. I mean, they were here when we had, you know, 100 subscribers. You know, and they were probably 20 of those 100 subscribers. But I think I'm maxed out with moderators right now. Anyway, I think I'm maxed out with them, so I don't think I can add any more, even if I wanted to. But debunkers are just professional liars. Well, Chris, yeah, I mean, professional liars. I mean, the only thing is, I mean, usually debunkers come with facts that can easily be tested by you, me, or anybody else. So I wouldn't exactly go that route. I mean, I'm not sure if you're a little testy with debunkers for a reason. Don't get me wrong, there are some debunkers out there that, you know, come in with a cockiness that I think we really don't need. But you know, but then again, you got to look at the other side of the coin as well. And when it comes to certain sects of things that, you know, believe certain things, they get awfully defensive and testy when you provide facts to them. And the other side is usually the ones that go off the deep end. And I see Heidi has joined us, and Ted. And hello, Sandra. And Sean, that's a good point. You know, it's just people, we're all trying to find the truth. Now, our truth might be different than your truth. I mean, we intend to stick to facts. What can be proven, what can be tested. You know, we could easily become one of those channels that just, you know, every little thing that flies around, you know, is an alien, and the government's hiding everything, and NASA's, you know, big secret organization, and, you know, there's nothing but a bunch of government shills. But, you know, you have to look at the reality of it. So, you know, I think we'll stick to facts. Seems to work out a lot better for us anyway. You know, we do have UFOs. You know, we have stuff that pass, you know, over the moon's surface. We have stuff that we see flying around all the time, and we can't identify it. You know, sometimes we can identify it at a later date when we cross-reference data between satellites and, you know, whatnot. But sometimes, you know, there's just no answer. And, you know, whether, you know, stuff could be a bug or, you know, water on the lens or, you know, whatever, we can't definitively say. So we do mark it as a UFO, and we do have a UFO playlist on this channel of stuff that just we haven't been able to identify through the normal means. We have ideas what they could be, but we can't confirm it. So just the same as we can't confirm an alien spaceship, we can't confirm, you know, a bug on a lens either, because it's past the time. It's just what we caught. You know, so in our book it stays as a UFO. The literal meaning of a UFO, unidentified, flying, and an object. What the heck was that? Oh, Jesus. You can tell I'm tired. My own headphones just scared the crap out of me. I have Paul's feed to my left-hand side. I look, and there's a reflection of my headphones on the screen, like right coming out from the moon. I almost gave myself a heart attack. I was like, here we are talking about like aliens and stuff. Next thing you know, a big super ship's going to show up. But no, it was just a reflection of my headphones. So, crisis averted. Diverted. What is up to David Schmidt? Once again, welcome. Hopefully, you know, David is our future man. He is many hours ahead of us. I believe right now he is in the morning of Wednesday. So welcome back, David. We're going to be doing some stuff with David's school when school starts back up. I mean, I was wishing we could get that done before the end of the school year, but maybe it'll be something a little special to do it at the beginning, maybe to get kids hyped up about your class or something, Dave. So we definitely want to do it within the first month of the new school year there. And as I said, we'll do it private, just for your class. We won't, you know, broadcast that stream. That way we can have an open chat with your classroom and stuff, and we'll have Mark on answering questions for him. And there's my cat about to chew through the wires. So if this whole stream cuts, just blame the cat. He's being a real jerk. And what's up to Rockstar? Nice to see him back. Rockstar and D are the mama and the papa of the moderators. They're the top of the list when it comes to banning. So those are the two you really don't kind of want to play around with. Jenny's been the longest moderator, but those are the two with the highest ban rates. So, but it's so good to see the moon back in our night sky. I was just talking to Paul about that earlier, you know, and I think we're gonna have a good moon cycle this time, because the last one was all right. You know, I think we got 4 moon streams and maybe 5. Our best month so far this year was February, and I think we got 12 in that month of the moon stream. So May was horrible, but I think we're going to be able to, the way the weather pattern's setting up, I think we're going to have a good month. And once again, we're kind of saving up for the, well, I should say I'm saving up to bring the scope to Pennsylvania, so I can do it from here when Paul's clouded over or raining or something. It just doubles our chances of getting clear skies as well. And don't forget Mark D'Antonio's channel. You know, I'm pretty sure one of the mods can post his channel link in the chat. Great channel if you want to learn something, and you will learn something. Sky Tour live stream with Mark D'Antonio, absolutely wonderful. If you want to go and chill and hang out in a relaxed atmosphere with some special guests, you know, Bill New York Skywatcher, great channel. Now, he doesn't stream as much as he used to. It's because he's doing a lot of stuff with KGRA radio, but when he does come on, it's usually a pretty chill hangout, and sometimes he gets some really interesting guests, which is actually how me and Mark met, by being a guest on his channel. And actually, I've met a lot of you through Bill's channel, a lot of my moderators too. So yeah, sorry if I'm talky, but you know, we're kind of still waiting for Paul to go in the wide field. And I'm hoping to see Chris at Tapex Base streaming again sometime soon. I know he came back for a little while, and he did like 2 or 3 streams, and then he kind of disappeared again. I know he had a lot on his plate, but that's a really good stream as well. You know, he does his own music, he does covers of stuff, you know, all while sitting there viewing through a telescope. It's a really good channel, so I hope to see him back at it soon. And then we got the new guys the new guys showing up out of nowhere, which is awesome as well. You have Astronomy Live Stream out of Colorado. Great channel, great optics. Guy really knows what he's doing. You know, we have man, I forget the guy's last name, but it's Charles something. Anyway, I have them in the related channels. If you go on the main channel page to P&K Space Imaging, you'll see the related channels on there, and I have them listed there as well if you want other good astronomy channels. And hopefully we'll have the Southern Hemisphere telescopes going within the, I'm going to try to say by the next moon cycle. Let's hope. Because what's exciting about this is we're actually going to see some parts of the moon that we can't see from where we are. Slight, very slight, but still new nonetheless. Different skies, you know, different stars. So that's the reason why we want it, and we still want more. So if we can find more people in the Southern Hemisphere, that would be awesome. But this guy is really promising. He's the head of his astronomy group. You know, we've been in contact. So Charlie Golden, thank you, Dapple. That's the guy. Really good stuff. Now, not a lot of these guys stream like we do. I know Astronomy Livestream has just started streaming. So you might want to bear with them while they get their feet wet with it and, you know, get used to it. But, and I'm hoping, I do have the emails out. I have the messages out. I have people, you know, throwing stuff at his ear. But I'm hoping to finally get a hold of Bill Bryson and get him on the channel and just let him know, just from me personally, how much he influenced us to actually get started doing this. You know, and a lot of people can talk about, you know, different channels or what they've done, but you can't, you know, you can't say anything bad about, you know, Dark Skywatcher as well. I mean, for a lot of people, if it wasn't for him doing it, a lot of people wouldn't have been doing it as well. Now, I wasn't a big, you know, Dark Skywatcher fan per se, but I did respect what he was doing with the whole live streaming thing and all that. But yeah, so whatever happened there, you can't deny the guy. He influenced a lot of people as well. But our main influence was Bill Bryson, and Bill just kind of, you know, went off the radar. I believe his sister or something got sick, and I believe he's here actually in Pennsylvania, where he's been for the last year or two, taking care of his sister. So I'm hoping to get a hold of him and get him on, if anything, just to show the appreciation for helping to get us started. And I don't even think he knows it. You know, it's a big inspiration to us. So, and once again, Daryl, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but if you want to come on or use Skype or anything, just email me your Skype contact stuff. I'd like to have you on sometime, just to chit chat. I think it'd be pretty interesting. Maybe I'll have you on with Mark. One of the nights we do Mark stuff. And of course, Derek, I got your stuff. I did email you back, letting you know that I do have your stuff as well. So, yeah, a lot going on. We do have a couple things for the channel as well. And I think, yeah, I think Paul's going to wrap up kind of early tonight. I think that's what he just messaged me. I think we'll go for maybe like another 10 minutes or so yet. Okay. Let me just confirm the time with him. Let's see how many minutes we have left. Don't want to keep the guy out there if he's got stuff to do. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go to about 10 after 10. And then we're going to wrap it up. Is it worth the money to get a larger scope? Well, Ronald, depends. If you plan on just doing the moon and local planets, you know, like Jupiter and Saturn and Mars and whatnot, you can get away with a 3-inch, 4-inch scope. Even a 2-inch scope that you get at Walmart is fine for moon viewing. If you want to do what Paul here is doing, you better have a pretty hefty savings account, because it's definitely not going to be cheap. Astronomy is not a cheap hobby by any sort or any means. Yeah, Dave, I've seen footage of it. I'm not really. I remember reading up on. I don't. Was it really confirmed that it was a meteor? Because I know they were having something. They were having some questions about who actually filmed it. About that meteor hitting the moon, but I wasn't sure if it was legit or not. If it was, great. I mean, you're talking about that's our Graceland, man. You know, I mean, how awesome would it be for us to capture a live meteor impact on the moon? I mean, you're talking about professional astronomers at these huge telescopes that have never caught anything like that. You know, and look what happened, a couple years ago, back in 2014. Some guy, amateur astronomer, filming Jupiter, caught something huge impacting Jupiter and made the news worldwide and the science people, and he had to license out the footage and everything to all these science because, he just happened to catch it. And that's what I'm saying. You never know. Astronomy can be boring for an impatient individual, but if you put in the time, you're definitely going to see stuff. And you might just catch something really cool that not a lot of other people have caught. Yeah, I heard that, Daryl. Astronomy is definitely the way to go if you have some money. Yeah, I heard, Daryl. I heard there was like an impact as well. I don't know if anybody called it or not, or if it was done by one of the probes. But I do know back in 2014, something impacted. I mean, it was huge. I mean, you could see a big bright flash of light. They're thinking it was like a meteor that was, a couple, well, at least some tens of miles, big, and it was easily seen. Now, what a beautiful day on the East Coast today, too. I don't think we got out of the 70s. I think we were like 79 and sunny. And I think we're supposed to get maybe to 85 tomorrow and sunny. And then the heat turns on for the end of the week. Maybe I'll do a couple sky cams this week yet. I'm not sure. See, even Amanda wants to pick your brain, Daryl. How much money is this scope? If you, well, it depends. If you're looking at just the tube, or are you looking at the whole setup with, the tracking mount and the go-to and all that stuff? If you want to, I'm going to say for the 10-inch. If you want the 10-inch set up exactly how Paul has it set up, minus any spotter scopes or anything like that, or any lenses or any camera attachments or the camera itself. If you're looking for just the scope, you're probably looking at about $4,000, $4,500. But I do know his mount is pretty expensive. I can't remember what he told me, but I think, if you want the stock one, you're looking at about $4,500. If you want the one with the same tracking mount as him and all that stuff, you're closer to $6,000. If you want one with the cameras and all that kind of stuff and the computer software, and you're easily probably looking sitting right about $8,000, right around that general number. Steve says a guy named Bigelow owns the moon. Well, he doesn't own the moon. He owns Bigelow Aerospace. But he is definitely one of those characters that wants to... and there's certain people that you can tell. I mean, space is hot again. No pun intended. I mean, there is a space race going on. And I think it's awesome that it's being done by a lot of companies that are U.S.-based, and they're commercial companies. I think it's awesome with Blue Origin, and SpaceX and Bigelow Aerospace. They're all vying, and the best thing about this is these companies are the ones that are keeping NASA, pretty much from having to beg and plead, for funding. They get their funding, obviously, but they also make money by helping out these other companies, and these other companies are doing it. I mean, Blue Origin's landing rockets, you know, that they launch. SpaceX doing the same thing. Bigelow's doing the pods that he wants an orbital space station. It's amazing what's going on right now. Yeah, Chuck, no more spare ribs on the moon. Sorry. And I would like to ask before we end this tonight, where's everybody from? 'Cause I know we're pretty spread out, but I'd like to know, like, I just like to see where people put, like, it's just amazing how far, like, everybody comes from. I know it's the internet, and I know it's pretty easy just to log onto a YouTube page, but it's amazing how many people all spread out across the globe, you know, actually are interested in one single subject that could actually bring a lot of people together. And it's not like, you know, a video game or, you know, anything like that. So yeah, type in the chat where you're from. Let's see what kind of span we got going on. And I did this to one night, and I shouldn't have done. We had like 3,000 people watching. Next thing you know, it was just the next 10 minutes was, you know, it's almost like name that country. So we got Canada, and we got Houston, Texas, and we got New York, and we got cocaine, Thailand. Yeah, cocaine. Don't say that fast. And California, Nova Scotia, Minnesota, and the Netherlands, and London, and Bosnia, UK, Vermont, Trinidad. Heidi Neal. Heidi, you should have just put Mars. Munich, Germany, and Maryland, Texas, Colorado Springs, Australia. I mean, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Puerto Rico, Trinidad. Old Fort Worth, Texas. We have a lot of people from Texas. And Massachusetts. You know, so the day is going to be great when we have somebody in here that can honestly say they're from North Korea. And I truly do believe that, you know, seeing something like this would blow somebody from North Korea's mind. You know? But we got Michigan and Sacramento. And, of course, Heidi in Eastbourne. And, of course, myself in Pennsylvania. And Paul in Miami, Florida. Alright, and Paul said he's going to shoot over to Jupiter until the moon clears. Which, I'm not sure why. He's only going to go for another 5 minutes. Yeah, but why not? Let's take a peek at Jupiter. So, yeah, guys, I mean, it's an interesting time to be into astronomy. Very interesting. You know? I mean, so much stuff is going on. I don't think we have ever had so many hands in the honeypot, if you know what I mean. Of multiple organizations with their own funding, all pretty much launching towards the same goal. You know? It's just... And I think it's just going to keep getting better. I mean, who do we got? Of course, we have Blue Origin, we have SpaceX, we have NASA, we have the European Space Agency, we have the Indian Space Agency. From India. India is making major headways in the space race. And, of course, China's there, Japan. And if I remember correctly, I believe Australia as well, which I think they're working hand-in-hand with the UK. But I think they are building launch pads in Australia, in the northern tip, you know, because usually you want to try to get it as close to the equator as you can when launching. If you didn't know that, there's your fun fact for the day. I think a lot of us would buy tickets to Mars. Seriously. If we knew it was safe. And don't get me wrong, I think within 100 years or so, I think if we do end up getting moon bases or Mars bases, I think it's going to get to the point where like air travel is now. It's you know, once you start reaching those safety specs, I think we're going to be well on our way. Because technology is just moving so fast. so fast. You know, I remember back in 2000, like hardly anybody had a computer. Now, granted, that's 17 years ago, but it's like the home computer, they were available, but not everybody had one. You know, if they did, they didn't use it. I mean, you know, a lot of people were just, you know, bogarting copies of Oregon Trail from their schools and bringing them home and playing them at home. But just imagine how far we've come, literally, in 20 years. It's just amazing. And it just keeps getting faster and faster and faster. I guess I should correct that red looking Jupiter, shouldn't I? There we go. It's a little bit better. Steve says in 100 years we'll be able to bend space and time. I'm not sure if I would go that far. We might be damn close though. Yeah, Chuck, SpaceX is their own kind of monster, and I think it helps to have such an ambitious leader at the helm. You know, because I don't think that company will be anywhere near where it is without Elon Musk constantly making that pitch to drive, you know, innovation. So, just amazing. Well, the moon is just about set. I think we're going to wrap up the stream for the night. And, of course, once again, if it's clear, we'll be right back at it tomorrow night as well. And then Thursday, and then Friday, and then Saturday, and Sunday, and so on, and so on, and so on. Yeah. So that's what I think we're going to do. I think we are going to wrap it up. Leave you with Jupiter. He might go back to the moon then a little bit while we wrap. But yeah, once again, thanks everybody that tuned in. Hopefully we'll see you back again. Just remember to subscribe, and if you want to get notified, because we are kind of weird on our times of starting, it all depends, you know, on certain conditions, so you definitely want to click the bell if you want to be notified right away when we go live. Not to mention our solar streams as well. And don't forget to jump on over to Mark D'Antonio's channel, Sky Tour live stream, Mark D'Antonio. Check that out. Very educational, very awesome. And of course, Bill New York Skywatcher. Check that channel out as well. I'm pretty sure the mods can post all those links in the chat if you want. And yeah. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, weather permitting. And then we'll just we'll go from there. Thanks for not making me type all this. Alright, guys. We shall see you tomorrow.